Hello, welcome back. Today I will talk more about my book King Paimon, Lord of the Endless Silence, The Lord of the Abyss. This is a recording, part of a playlist of many other recordings where I talk about King Paimon and the book that I have written. And the book is a grimoire. It's almost like a magical book. No, it's like speaks about subjects that are a little uncommon, something that is a little bit out of reach, something that is not obvious thematic, something that is hidden as well. When we speak about King Paimon, it always opens a new gate, a new door to something that we haven't read about, seen, something we haven't thought about. So there's always something new that comes with King Paimon. And in the other recordings I talk about the book, the story in the book, the different aspects of King Paimon, the magical aspect of King Paimon, who he is and how he represents himself. That's very obvious in the book as well. And I will take the book now and I'm going to read a little parts from it for us. And it is a large book. It is a grimoire. It is like 730 pages, so it is quite heavy book. And the aspect of the endless silence, it is something that we can think about. The endless silence that represents the abyss. There's the space that is like untouched, unseen. It's a space that is dark, that is endless. In that space we find Paimon. The book has, as I've said, many pages. It is written in verse, and the book starts with this. I will read for us. Don't run away from me. The abyss may whisper, veiled in velvet shadow, calling the soul like a sister. Abyss is pure bliss, when the voice is command, and you hold the dominion with the ring in your hand. O King Paimon, crowned in dusk, rider of the best beast unknown, great lord of words unspoken, where silence built its throne, great prince of endless echo, great king of empty halls, master of the boundary where the light no longer calls. You are the father of the hush, the keeper of the soundless flame. Your dominion knows no borders, yet all kingdoms know your name. May thy camel always find water, may the seeker never thirst, for those who walk with the abyss are not the cursed but the first. This is how the poem starts. It speaks about the abyss, about the things that are unknown, unspoken, the endless echo of the abyss, the empty halls, the hush, the soundless flame. There's a dominion that knows no borders, but knows the name of Paimon. And this verse that I have written, may thy camel always find water, may the seeker never thirst. This is how was the first verse that I have written in love, in dedication to Paimon, meaning that the endless journey, the endless journey that Paimon travels on his camel, that it finds no end, that the camel always finds water. That's the symbol of the camel as well. O Paimon, great king, whose throne is veiled in breathless night, we speak not to command you, we speak to be commanded. We empty our mouths before you, that you may fill them with knowing. We hush our hearts before you, that you may awaken them with flame. Bearer of the ring, guide of those who wander not in lands, but in language. We call not for signs, but for silence, sharp as blade. You, who rides the beast of dual nature, whose hoofs echo in the chambers of the soul, come not in thunder, but in stillness, deeper than death. And of course, the story follows. It's like an introduction to King Paimon, and at one point, Paimon starts to talk. So it is like an introduction, and I'm still looking for the part where Paimon starts to talk with his own voice. And in the beginning, there is more like testimonies, what he showed me, how the story has begun, and then there comes a part where Paimon starts to talk as well. Paimon name now is like, it's not a name but a door. It is like echo that we hear in that silence that screams for us, it calls for us. He's a king not of man but of memory. He's a whisperer, a wanderer. And King Paimon has the coronation of the silence. His voice, it's more breath than sound, and he has like a raw whisper. No, his voice, we hear it in the silence, is very deep as the night is. And there's always like a very poetic verses that follow him as well. And it's very much focused on the abyss as well, as Paimon is king of the abyss. And he had shown that the greatest knowledge was not in knowing everything, but in understanding that some mysteries were meant to remain as they were. And he is a guardian of truth, both seen and unseen, and he walks that line between light and shadow. And he's the seeker of knowledge, of greatest truth that often lie hidden, and that's what Paimon reveals, the hidden wisdom that we don't know about. How to become oneself, how to not only be born, but how to fulfill one's destiny, how to question, in that silence, how to descend, how that knowing begins, how the truth be told. King Paimon shows the truth, and it is the truth is not for the weak. That's what he says. For example, we have a part where Paimon starts to talk. He says, "I am the still flame that does not flicker, yet burns all illusion away. Listen to me. I will tell you the truth, not the truth they print in paper tomes, not the truth that trembles in pulpits, but the truth that has no shape, the truth that waits in the dark behind your eyes, whispering when you dream. Look at me. I will show you the truth, but beware, I am not for the weak. I am the unblinking gaze into what you dare not admit. I will strip you of comfort and clothe you in reality. I know the stillness is my home is my peace is not gentle, it is absolute. I reign in silver silence, in darkness born, in the realm where thought ends and knowing begins. There is no deception here, only clarity sharp as blade. I don't speak lies because truth is more terrible. I reign as a king, great King Paimon, the savior of souls, not by lifting them, but by unveiling them. I do not lead with chains, I lead with mirrors. The abyss is not my punishment, it is my kingdom. The place where others lose themselves, I found my throne. I am the great king of the abyss, its voice, its law, its witness. I am the knowledge you seek, not offered freely, but revealed when you are ready. I am the darkness that walks beside you, not to trap, but to remind. Always with you, always King Paimon, the eternal king, the eternal kingdom, the eternal abyss. Speak my name not in fear, but in understanding. Call not for power, but for remembering. Let silence be your circle, let fire be your ink. Let stillness open your ears, and I will answer, not with thunder, but with a whisper that knows you. This is my book, this is your mirror, this is the beginning, Paimon. So throughout the book, there are different stories that come, and between these stories we hear the voice of King Paimon, him talking and revealing his knowledge, revealing from his wisdom, he always speaks about the price of knowledge. There is always a sacrifice to be given as well. It's almost to say, when we open up to a certain new part of ourselves that is true, we have to leave behind the part that was not true. And he wants us to drink from that cup of truth and of wisdom, and to reveal ourselves, to ourselves, to see. Once you see the truth, you cannot unsee it. That's what he says. It will change you, it will change. And it's almost like the power of Paimon is to lift that veil that it is over our eyes, and it's like a form of blessing, to be in Paimon's almost like a golden throne, the golden power of King Paimon. And it is quite a philosophical book as well, because it does speaks about absolute things as the endless, the power, the beauty, the existence, life, different worlds, about abyss, about existence, about essence, about freedom. There's a lot of very interesting thematics throughout the book. That it is in a way the book, the teachings of King Paimon. It speaks about the space where King Paimon resides, how that space is, which powers King Paimon has, what he says to us, how he sees the world. So it's very much even about the cosmos itself, God's life. It is a very unique book, no? So it has a lot of meaning, a lot of depth. Almost like nothing is missing in the book. There is a eternal circle that moves throughout it. No, there is a power, a command. We feel the power and the dominion of King Paimon, his eternal reign, the crowned silence, the prophet of the north, the one who sees our dreams and hears us in our silence. That things that we want to forget about, no? That's unspoken stillness. There's a quiet majesty of his eternal reign, an unspoken truth, or a different song, no? That Paimon whispers to us throughout the pages, throughout this grimoire. And one learns from King Paimon how to rule one's life, no? How to be able to be more powerful and be more certain, the things that we want to experience and express throughout our lives. And it is, a very beautiful story about love, unity, the endless time, the circle of life, the different many elements that are combined in the book, elements of shadows, elements of light, and the story develops then in a very beautiful love story between him, King Paimon, and his bride. That's almost quite in the end of the book, the last few hundred pages, and there's like a lot of odd or beautiful love verses between them two. For example, his eyes, black as the void, gleamed faintly with a knowledge far older than any earthly understanding. She continued, her words now more like an incantation, a binding spell of love and devotion. They are those who seek power, those who chase fleeting glory, but I, my king, have found my everything in you. Your throne is not merely of stone or of gold, but of the very essence of existence itself. And here by your side I am not merely your bride, I am the keeper of this realm. Together we hold a veil between the worlds. Her hand brushed the cold surface of the throne, feeling its smoothness, its dark majesty. I have walked through the silence with you, through the labyrinths of forgotten dreams. I have touched the flame of your eternal fire, and I have felt its warmth. In your silence I have found my voice, and in your shadow I have found my light. She turned slightly to face him, her eyes not breaking from his. Knowing the vastness of his being will forever remain a mystery, a riddle too grand to fully unravel. Tell me, my king, will you walk with me through all of eternity? Will you, who commands the winds and the stars, remain beside me in this infinite realm? Together we shall traverse the endless void, and our love shall shape the course of all that exists. Paimon's lips did not part, but the air around them thickened with the weight of his presence. The power he held was not to be questioned. He was the embodiment of the void, the one who had no beginning, no end. The silence was his language, and in it he spoke to her with the force of 1,000 lifetimes. She smiled softly, the corners of her lips lifting in the smallest of expressions, for she had come to understand that love in his realm did not need to be spoken in words. Their bond transcended all mortal means of communication. She had woven herself into his being just as he had into hers, and no force, no time, no dimension could break that connection. My lord, my king," she whispered, her voice now a sacred hymn. "You are my eternal sun, and in your light I shall forever remain." The air grew still again as time seemed to stretch and bend around their silent exchange. In that stillness, the universe itself seems to pause, listening to the bond they shared, a love that will echo through the corridors of eternity, unyielding and ever-present. And she, his beloved becomes like his bride, and unites with him in his realm as well. There's like a sacred marriage between them, eternal love. And we have here a love poem from Paimon to his bride. Through aeons vast and ages deep, where time itself might cease to sleep, in every whisper, every sigh, I hear a voice, and I shall fly. The void may stretch, the world may end, but in your arms I transcend. We are the breath of ancient skies, the dawn that rises with no lies. Together, my love, we cast our fate, through realms unknown, through time's unscathed. No end shall find us, no force divide, for in your heart I dwell inside. The stars may fall, the sun may die, but you and I, we will not cry. In every shadow, in every glow, our love will eternally flow. The winds of change may tear the ground, but we shall rise, we shall rebound. In the quiet dark, in the silent blaze, we are the fire that lights the haze. Through every storm and every sea, I find my peace, my soul set free. For in your eyes, my bride, I see a love as endless as the sea. Of course, it goes on. It's a very long poem, and it's always a beautiful thing to read from the book. It speaks about like eternal love, eternity, stars, the abyss, the things that love that radiates from them too, as well from their own. I want to say the abyss is filled with love. The abyss is filled with this ethereal light of this endless love that they feel for each other. It's like the song of the cosmos, of the heart, of the soul, of this love as a gift, of the essence, of Paimon and his beloved. Almost like their unity, together they are one in this unison, that transcends all things. And I want to say King Paimon found his queen, and they begin to rule the eternity. They begin to rule together on this throne of silence, where they sit together and their love now beats with the rhythm of the cosmos, of this in the fabric of the universe. It's like a melody in that emptiness. It's like if before was everything cold and dark and silent in the abyss, there's a certain light, there's a certain love, it's a certain melody that resonates now throughout the harshness of the void. There's a presence, her presence, that is radiant and gentle and soft. And in this place, they remain together forever. In this, it's almost like a hymn to the infinite. There is like a celebration of the power of love, power of eternal love. And the abyss becomes a home. The abyss becomes a place where love can grow, where love can find its rest for eternity. So the book, ends on this tone of the cosmic love that Paimon shares with his beloved, with his queen. And there's a journey, for them that they have to go through to reach that place, to reach that love, for them to meet. And it is, as I've said, King Paimon, Lord of the Endless Silence. It's a book that has many different aspects besides the love story, which is very beautiful. It has different lessons, and it speaks directly to the heart and to the mind, and it is something that it does resonate in one's soul. It does create a melody of its own. So it is a very poetic book. It's a very poetic grimoire that I have written for King Paimon, and I will let this recording here. I will talk in another one about different aspects and subjects about the book or King Paimon in general. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time. Bye.